Hey guys, Zach here from Muffled Launch, showing off my new lander. It's made to replace my other lander. Um, Not much really to say about it besides I get like 1 frame a second on takeoff because of the solid rocket boosters. But during this 1 frame a second period, I shall tell you what I'm doing. My plan. If I look at the map, still lagging here. My plan is to land on Minmus. Come back from Minmus to the moon. From the moon, go to Kerbal. Now, I've landed on Minmus with this. I've landed on the moon with this. Never in the same flight. So, I don't know if it'll work. The reason I'm choosing to land on Minmus first is because I'll have more fuel then. So, and because Minmus is a smaller moon, it won't be as hard for me to slow down. And with the fuel I burn getting there, it'll be easier to land on the moon. Let's start making a slight gravity turn. Let's see what the solid rocket booster may point the wrong way. There. This thing has 25 liquid fueled engines. And, I'm gonna get this wrong, but I think 19 solid rocket boosters. Maybe one more. I could be wrong. As soon as I lose this stage, I will show you this stage and cut the video while I'm getting in orbit. Because that's not very fun. I'm going to keep it around the 50-degree mark. Alright. As that stage builds up and it gets flag, it revealed this stage. 18 engines, 1 solid rocket booster. It's very powerful. It is enough to get me in orbit if I fly carefully, and get me halfway to the moon. Or probably more. But I will cut the video here. Cut the solid rocket boosters right now. You can see it dropping while I get into orbit. Alright, so I'm in a fairly good orbit. I think it's like 212 and 160, is it? Yeah. I'm going to try and intercept with min-miss. Whoa. Okay. That was from a test flight, an early test flight. So I'm gonna wait till I'm about there and intercept min-miss straight past the moon, right there. So just waiting till I'm right there. Hold on, just... No, not yet. There we go. I think I have, yeah, half a fuel tank for each of these. So I'm not going to be wasting fuel. I'll make the inclination change after. I will show you guys how to do that if you don't already know. Out of fuel. So, next stage. I have oh, jeez, curving off to one side. Hold on. I can do it. I have this non-gimbling engine right here instead of the engine that is supposed to go on this kind of fuel tank, just because it is more powerful, less. It doesn't consume as much. And it's lighter, and for a lander, that's pretty crucial. Even though this isn't what I would say a light lander. I accidentally extend my landing legs. Let's keep them burning. And now I'm gonna go a little more vertical or horizontal, just because I don't need the vertical speed. I only need horizontal speed. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to that's where it's expanding right there, but I'm actually gonna cut the engine and wait a little bit. There seems good. Okay. That's actually going to the moon. Even though I think that the moon, it will be a very small encounter, if any. Because the moon is going to be around there, if we encounter. So fuel on this, I have 2 tanks right here. This one, or well, 2 tanks times 6. And then the 1 tank. So, wait, 13 tanks, yeah. 13 tanks total. I hope that I'm not, I might have to shoot a little more this way. But, I don't know. So, if I have to, then I'll keep on time accelerating until I get into a trajectory. Not the fastest thing, but definitely as capable as any other ship. Yep, no encounter. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around here and wait till I'm a little further out. Nope, there's fine. This is adjust orbit again, or the heading. Now I should start angling it down. Might not need that much angle, so cut it back a little. I'll stop. Alright. Now, at 35, I'm gonna wait a pretty long while. I'm not gonna take that encounter, but that's interesting. Then I'm going to get to the north mark and stay on the same kind of plane as you're heading. The ball without the X in it is where you're heading. The ball with the X in it is the opposite of where you're heading. So this should angle me that way. Okay. Now I need to do more, a little bit more, not too much more. Just on this side. If I want to angle down, you go to 100. Alright, I'm angling down pretty fast, so I'm gonna cut back, or I'm gonna cut to 135-ish. Another encounter with the moon. Alright. And oh, another one. Yeah, I think mid miss is gonna be over there. So now what I'm going to do is, it's really gonna screw me up. Crap. I don't want that to happen. Just gonna burn a little bit more. Alright, we're on the same relative plane. I'm just gonna time accelerate. I'll cut back to you guys when I'm in a trajectory, but just what I'm doing is time accelerating until I see that I'm in a trajectory there, or if it says I'm going to encounter the moon. Oh. Okay, I thought that was sun debris. Then I will change it if it's encountering the moon. Alright, 23 days later, I'm going to Minmus, or heading to Minmus. So, going to time accelerate until I get to the intercept. The way that you can tell where it's going to be is if you click there, that shows you where Minmus is going to be when you encounter it. And you click escape, that's where it's going to be when you escape. And the white thing is where it's actually going to be because you're still moving with it. I'm going to slow down a little bit. The way that you get into orbit around the moon is pretty simple. But if you don't know how to, then you just don't know how to. It's nothing to be ashamed of, I guess. Wait till your PE or periapsis, or whatever it's called from in this. Yeah. Alright. So, wait till it's within 10 minutes. I would say a little bit closer. With this small of a ship. If you have a huge ship, then do it a little bit over 10 minutes. But with any lander similar to mine, then wait till you're 5 minutes or so. And then you want to go to the circle with the X in it. It just happened to be here for me. And then you start burning full throttle. Now you don't let go until you're in an orbit. Now it may look like, oh, that's getting farther away. It's just because you're burning away. That should knock your vertical speed down and pretty much not get you to a dead stop, but slow you down enough that it has time to pull you in. Probably getting all my space logic wrong, but alright, so I'm curving in. You see the curve right there. And okay, in a orbit. You can see my vertical speed is very low. I want to land on the sunny side, so that will require, well, the easiest thing will to be waiting on this side, the dark side, getting to the opposite point again, and shrink my orbit. Okay, shrink into orbit. Alright. Now there's a nice ice lake that I should be landing on. Near a smaller craft. Okay. 27 kilometers. Yeah. I'm gonna go for a full descent. Alright, there we go. This one a quick save using F5. Now I'm hoping that it rotates this way. We will see. It does, but very slowly. So I realized that I'm not gonna make it to the ice sheet. I could be counterintuitive and I could burn and make it so I'm going that way, but that would just increase my orbital speed or my orbit speed. but just for the sake of an easy landing, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go to the circle without the X in it, and I'm going to burn a little, and that's good. Actually, it's probably still in orbit. So now it's gonna come in close. Wait till maybe when that hits 100, I'll start slowing. No. I don't know, but that's where I'm hopefully gonna land. $200. Yeah, 200. I'll start slowing down. Actually, that's not where I'm set to land, but that's where I'm gonna land probably. What my plan is dumping all my vertical speed horizontal speed, sorry, right now, so I go straight down. So almost there. And there we go. Start burning until that number reaches 3. If you can't get it close to 3, then that's fine. And you could wait for this, but I like to keep that number at least below 100. Now, you can see it starts moving up. What I like to do is I like to stay under it a little, so it moves to vertical instead of horizontal. And you want to make sure that you're not heading up. If you're heading up, then you should cut your engine, because that's just wasting fuel. Okay. We are 25. Now you really have to chase it here. What this number means is that's how fast I'm moving over the surface. So 8 meters a second. That's it's kind of like miles an hour when you're driving the car. Think of it like that. This number is how fast you're going up and down. Now get vertical around 5. That's fine. So now I act reverse direction, which isn't terrible, but generally don't want to do that. Alright, 4 is good. Which RCS do we have? I have a good bit of RCS. So now, if we look, we can see that we're coming almost straight down. Which is what we want to be doing. Okay. Let's speed up until we're moving 100, 200, no. 120 is good. Well, not great, but it's 120 is good enough for what I want. Just want to keep on slowing it down, because you don't want to be going too fast when you're landing. Definitely don't want to be going too fast. As you can see by, where's some wreckage? There. That's another recording that I tried to do. Landed on a mountain. And I was going way too fast. And I think there's one more where time accelerated, didn't slow down, or I didn't slow it down. So, coming down. This time I want it a little bit lower, shooting for around 3 or so. If I can't get 3, then that's fine. It's not a huge deal, but so again, I want to stay under it. See how it's moving to one side? Oh, don't want to start heading up. So, there we go. Now I'm heading pretty much straight down again. Okay. 11,000. Let's put it on a slow burn. Actually, no. I'm just gonna floor it and again get all speed away. I still haven't used one any of these tanks, and this isn't a particularly fuel efficient flight. I have taken back off from Minmus and returned to Kerbal, barely using the second tank. But I still have this huge tank, which I think is bigger than all of those combined. Maybe not all of them, but at least half of them. So, coming down. So it's moving that way. I'm gonna angle a little bit that way. Just get under it again. Okay. Around 3 is fine for what I'm doing. Now, if you have a ton of RCS, or have a rover or something only using RCS, then you should do this a lot more than with a liquid engine. So around 80. Yes. So do it. This will be the final time before landing. Now under 3,000 I can't time accelerate anymore, so it's going to be burning straight down. And coming down for landing. Just going to throttle back because I don't want to start going up. Realign myself. Quick save. Sure we can find Kerbal in here. Maybe it's directly in the sun. I don't know. But anyway, just on landing, if you have a sturdy ship, I would consider this relatively sturdy. Any ship with a lot of landing legs is probably sturdy, and a wide stance. If you have a lot of landing legs on the circumference of this fuel tank, then you have a chance of tipping over, a good chance of tipping over, which isn't necessarily good. Around 500, I'll turn the RCS on. With the RCS controls, H is to let's check. H is to push down, N is to push up. Just want to make sure I didn't have them reversed. So now, turn on the RCS. Okay, it's going to be trying to correct me whenever I try to move. Now I'm just going to do a relatively slow burn. I want to be going straight up and down when I land. Almost got it. There we go. Almost there. I could probably just worry about my vertical speed at this point, but I want it to be a good landing. And fuel, or throttle up. Cut the engine. Cutting the engine is with X. And I turned my SAS off. So I landed on Minmus. Now to go to the moon. But that will be in the next video. See you guys.